Good morning, friends and comrades of the Center for Political Innovation. This is Tim, and I'm going to talk about Kamala Harris and the future of America. It gives you a lot of information on politics in the United States, but I'm going to start with a section called Conflict Within the Deep State. It begins on page 100 in the original book. In April of 2016, when asked about his biggest regret about his presidency in a Fox News interview, Barack Obama said, "Probably failing to plan for the day after what I think was the right thing to do in intervening in Libya." Later in the interview, Obama stated that the intervention did not work. Furthermore, in May of 2017, Obama described his decision not to attack Syria with cruise missiles in 2013 as his most courageous decision as president. What is interesting about both of these moments is that Hillary Clinton and her State Department were heavily involved. In 2011, Hillary Clinton and Samantha Power pushed very hard for Obama to intervene in Libya. Obama did so and regrets the results and the manner of the intervention. In 2013, Hillary Clinton also pushed for Obama to directly attack the Syrian Arab Republic in response to allegations about chemical weapons. Obama did not do so and considered this a great moment. This reveals what was also hinted at when Obama attempted to fire Jared Cohen over his meddling in Iran via Twitter. The Obama administration was at odds with the Hillary Clinton State Department. Barack Obama replaced Hillary Clinton with John Kerry as Secretary of State in his second term. John Kerry focused not on spreading revolution and destabilizing countries, but rather on establishing diplomatic relations with Cuba and negotiating the Iran nuclear deal. Kerry's State Department seemed not to clash with the White House to any significant degree. But the Obama White House was not the only faction within the U.S. government apparatus that seemed to realize how dangerous the actions of Hillary Clinton's State Department really were. Amid the 2013 crisis, when it appeared Obama was on the brink of launching cruise missiles against the Syrian government, many rank-and-file soldiers expressed disgust on social media. Many people behind the scenes know who is behind Kamala Harris. They know how many millions of lives were needlessly destroyed by the Hillary Clinton State Department. They know how terrorist groups expanded. A refugee crisis was created, and global instability persists long after the demented experiment with social media and revolution concluded in 2013. The fact that Trump made statements on the campaign trail about how Hillary Clinton literally created ISIS was no accident. The facts described in this text may not appear on CNN, but they are well known to numerous people within many layers of what have now been labeled the deep state. Somehow, Kamala Harris overcame her many opponents. Her faction was able to maneuver its way to secure her position as vice president, despite Biden's reluctance and the voters' lack of interest in this supposed rock star freshman senator. When Kamala Harris accepted the nomination on August 19th at the Democratic National Convention, her remarks in the video that preceded them were predictable. Kamala mentioned her father in passing, but eulogized her mother in glowing terms. When talking about her accomplishments as a prosecutor, Kamala Harris declared, "I fought for children and survivors of sexual abuse. I fought against transnational gangs. I took on the biggest banks and helped take down one of the biggest for-profit colleges. I know a predator when I see one." The sentence, "I know a predator when I see one," was followed by an awkward pause. Meanwhile, after Harris was announced, many media outlets and Trump supporters had been highlighting the fact that on April 2nd, 2019, Kamala Harris stated she believed 4 of the women who accused Joe Biden of sexual assault. Harris had said, "I believe them and I respect them being able to tell their story and having the courage to do it." No retraction of her statement was ever given. The line from Kamala's acceptance speech seemed to be an affirmation that her assessment of Joe Biden had been correct. If indeed she knows a predator when she sees one, she would have been correct in believing his accusers. Most interpreted the comment as merely a reference to the widespread allegations that Donald Trump sexually assaulted women. But such a statement at the Democratic National Convention would not be coded or followed by an awkward pause. One wonders what heated exchanges took place behind closed doors in the lead up to Joe Biden's announcement that Kamala was his VP pick. The fact that Kamala's name appeared separate from the VP nominee on the Democratic Convention speaker schedule, published just shortly before the announcement, or that Kamala's Twitter account unfollowed Joe Biden just a few hours before, is also very telling. It seems Joe Biden did not want to nominate the woman who invoked his ties to segregationists and was backed by the same forces that spawned the Hillary Clinton State Department, an entity which he and Obama tried to contain. Something changed Joe Biden's mind right before finally announcing his selected running mate. The decision came a full 10 days after the deadline Biden had given himself. So look into this book, Kamala Harris and the Future of America.